Not gonna lie, that last silent run kinda hurt. I felt like we had a pretty good thing going on, and I may or may not have squandered it just because I wanted some snake bites. And I think maybe the only reason we lost is because we only got one copy of Snakebite, and that's my story and I'm sticking with it. Now, there's no Silver Crucible. I don't really want to remove a strike or a defend, but I could transform. I don't think I've ever taken Lost Coffer, but transform gives us 2 Assassinates? Okay. Well, this is an interesting start. We have so much front-loaded damage. That doesn't mean that we should take unnecessary damage, but being able to start combats off like this is a pretty nice thing. You are on probation. Be right back. Okay. I am back. And... oh, 1 energy snake bite, but it doesn't have retain. I think maybe dagger throw is just generically good. And yeah, I'll take a sword of stone. Why not? And I mean, I could use a bath. Yeah, I'll take a bath. We lost 10 max HP at the start. Well, we're back. We're back to 70 max HP. Wow, this double assassinate is just going to carry us through floor 1. Do I want another dagger throw? Sure. It just enables some beautiful, beautiful combos. Particularly in using... what's it called? Hold up, I need to think about this. Maybe I should have killed the one... yeah, I don't think I did this right, but it's probably fine. We still got to kill one at the very start. And... I think we may be able to get away without taking damage. We will. All of these are interesting, but Piercing Wail just stands out as a really good card because at worst, it's just a little bit better than a basic defend. Oh, this kind of sucks. Let's see what's in a skill potion. A Piercing Wail, that's like the perfect card to see here. That lets me play both of our strikes. I did kind of forget they were going to split. But that's alright. Surely we can kill this guy. We just need like a dagger throw and a strike. Which we got. Still gonna take 3 damage, which doesn't feel particularly great given how powerful our deck feels right now. I think we definitely should have been able to get out of this without taking damage. I mean, a calculated gamble was just... I like having 1 copy. I don't really like having more than 1 copy. And we could rest. I mean, we have a good thing going, and I don't want to die in Act 1. A Festive Popper is pretty nice. Especially against these guys. I think we could instantly kill at least one of them. I mean, maybe I should have done the math, but... this seems to have gone fine. And I don't think we can kill two of them. So maybe we just put some damage on this one. And we'll take 3 damage. Maybe we didn't need to rest. Maybe we have enough early power. Or maybe none of those things are true. I think I would prefer my Cinder's Bane to go ahead and get out of here. And we're not taking any damage right now. We got enough block up. Piercing Wail seems borderline necessary, which means we only need 4 block. And we could also neutralize this one. And I suppose we can take 3 to just spread out some damage with strikes instead of play the calculated gamble. A dagger throw. Well, I guess we can use a strike to kill this one. Maybe put a dagger throw on this one. And a survivor means we're only taking 1 damage. Now, it would be nice to be able to kill both of them. But let's just focus on not taking damage. Maybe he'll buff next turn. Or maybe he won't. A neutralize survivor calculated gamble. And then he dies to a dagger throw. Okay. We should probably also be focusing on elites to get our Sword of Stone to pop off earlier. A backstab works so well with our assassinates. I mean, look, the amount of HP we can survive. The amount of HP we can save by killing enemies on turn 1. Like this. This is one of the most insane silent starts I've had. We can give 2 cards retain? I mean, it's probably gotta go on Piercing Wail and Neutralize. Like, I do... Not that one. These ones. I do wish that I had better cards to put retain on. Like, a retain Piercing Wail is absolutely nice to have. But the retain neutralize doesn't feel as important. And with 2 upgraded assassinates, I don't really feel the need to add the vulnerable potion. A blur. So far we don't really have any blocks other than killing the enemy as fast as possible, which may count as a block, but I don't think it would by most people's standards. I think with the retaining neutralize, we may as well go ahead and upgrade it as early as we can. Well, this seems like a pretty good starting turn. Maybe we hold on to the neutralize. Vulnerable's gonna last for 4 turns. Alternatively, maybe we calculate gamble. See if we can draw into, well, ideally cards better than that, but oh well. I don't think Waterfall Giant has any big multi-attacks, so it may be worth it to just throw the Piercing Wail out early, but we'll go ahead and hold on to it for now. I also don't think Piercing Wail works against Steam Eruption. And he has weakened us, which is kind of rude. Probably going to play Blur Defend, which I was kind of hoping it would carry over more. And we definitely should have played the Powdered Demise earlier, but that's okay. Surely we still have this. 20 damage, I think that calls for a neutralize. We don't have vulnerable up anymore though, which is kind of a problem. I don't think we can just slow play. On the other hand, 1 energy for 6 damage when we have much better attacks. Here we'll be taking 1 damage. Steam Eruption is getting to a kind of scary point, but I'm hoping that it won't be too big of a deal as long as we maintain an HP pool that can withstand the Steam Eruption, then we should probably be fine. Surely. Ideally, we could kill them this turn. Powdered Demise does its damage at the end of its turn. Need a weaken. A dagger throw. And maybe this is where we go ahead and play Piercing Wail. Now we need some good block. Maybe we can play Dagger Spro. Okay, I was waiting to see the blur, but getting to carry over 5 block, it's not nothing. We survived, and we're gonna heal a decent bit. I think an after image is probably a really good pickup, especially since we can upgrade it to make it innate. On the other hand, we don't have any AoE, and if we draw into Echoing Slash on our first turn, we could probably end some AoE fights on turn 1, maybe even kill Decimillipede on turn 1. I think Ring of the Drake is kind of insane. Gain 4 potion slots filled with random potions. Okay, let's think this out. I need to fight 4 elites. I don't think that's really going to happen. Just crunching the numbers. Like, I see 3. I don't see any path to fighting 4 elites. So I think this is going to have to do. And 4 potion slots. All 3 of these are really good. I probably want Touch of Aerobus. But Alchemical Coffer is also really tempting. We have cards we want to upgrade, but I'm just worried it's going to hit a bunch of strikes and defends. It's no yummy cookie. I think Ring of the Drake allows us to do more, or end fights faster, but we end fights pretty quickly, so a gigantic potion belt I think will help us survive some of these combats that we can't just end instantly. I mean, maybe you want to hold on to that. Like here, we have an explosive ampule. And maybe we could have held on to that, but yeah, I don't really want to pinpoint. I love Festive Popper. If I get it before the cockroaches fight, it's one of my favorite relics I can find. Wow. I'm loving this deck so far. And I'll definitely take an acrobatics. Hunter Killer doesn't even scare me right now. What is he gonna do? He's just gonna die. I mean, he scares me a bit to the point where I wish I had played the Flex Potion. I mean, still quite a bit of damage. Like, we could have killed him turn 1 if we had used the Flex Potion, but not too worried about it. I think Corrosive Wave could have been really nice if we had found it earlier, but right now, not really into it. Kind of like how I'm not really into giving him my Mercury Hourglass. I think I can give up a weak potion. Yeah, we have a late shop, so I want to hold on to our gold. And a lucky fish now. Interesting, interesting. Upgrading Echoing Slash could be pretty good. I think we want to upgrade our Piercing Whale, since it has Retain on it. Ooh, another cockroach fight. Let's see. You guys know Shiv from Deadlock? You're dead. You're dead. You're not quite dead. But that's okay. This one will die to Mercury Hourglass. And we only needed 2 attacks to be able to get the finish on that one. Untouchable could be interesting. Like, we have 2 dagger throws, survivor, calculated gamble, and acrobatics. I think we can probably take it. It's 15 gold, if nothing else. I think we'll go ahead and upgrade the calculated gamble. Getting it retain could be very helpful, and a pendulum, also very nice to have. This guy, he doesn't even scare me right now. I mean, he doesn't normally scare me all that much, but he can be a problem if he wants to. Just right now, he seems to have other priorities. I maybe should have used the fish oil. I suppose what I can do is bottled potential into an energy potion. Play acrobatics to get untouchable out, and then play blur? Yeah, because our calculated gamble has retain. I want to hold on to it. And maybe retaining neutralize probably wasn't the best decision from the options we had available, but a bit too late for that. I don't want to discard our piercing whale because I think his next attack is the multi-attack. I haven't seen him do it yet, so I'm going to take 7 on the bet that he was going to do his multi-attack, which ended up playing out exactly how I wanted it to. Go ahead and throw out a dagger throw. We don't really need that, but I guess we can set up a blur. And an echoing slash is 15 damage, may as well. Okay, things are going almost too well. I don't think we need to play acrobatics there. On the other hand, he is no longer vulnerable. I think this turn we may just want to stall, unfortunately. We're gonna take 4 damage, but I didn't want to try and chew through his shield. And this kinda sucks. Even with the vulnerable, we wouldn't be able to kill him with these 3 strikes. Well, we should have played the Survivor last. I'd forgotten about the extra energy. That's okay. I would really like to kill him this turn. I'm not sure if that is going to be possible. It's not. I mean, it is with using both potions. It's a really unfortunate use of potions, but a courier... And I think maybe we do just take another backstab. We're going to run into Decimillipede and B-Guy. Like, prepared is obviously very good, but we have such a strong synergy of doing a bunch of damage on turn 1. I think we'll also want to upgrade Echoing Slash. We're against both Decimillipede and Kaiser Crab. And this is a beautiful turn to draw Piercing Wail, but let's go ahead and make sure we actually need it first. We can play Acrobatics first, and then Assassinate, Assassinate, Backstab, Backstab. Piercing Wail, Calculated Gamble? Okay. Maybe we should have played a strike, but I do kind of want to get some dazes out of my deck. We're gonna take 13 here, which hurts quite a bit. And I was definitely hoping that we would be able to do more than 9 damage this turn. But hopefully... I was hoping that we could kill him this turn, but that is clearly not going to happen, unfortunately. Okay, we have taken a lot of damage, but we thankfully are not dead. And I think a backflip, I mean, both a backflip or a footwork could do incredible work. Okay, I need the shop to be good. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Let's start with Lantern. Okay, unfortunately it refilled with a Ripple Basin, which is very unlikely to come online. A Prowess is actually intriguing. Now, I unfortunately think we're going to have to skip this elite. I don't like it, but that's the way things are right now. Acrobatics, Untouchable, Echoing Slash. Like, I think we're in a very good position right now. It looks like we have a super big deck. Which we kind of do, but we exhaust... what, like 4 cards on our first turn? I don't think we need any of this. Like, maybe a Dagger Throw or an Untouchable? I don't know, I think we can probably stomach having another Untouchable. And we unfortunately definitely need to rest, and even with that rest, we may not survive. A lot of our damage is front-loaded, so I am a bit scared. I suppose we can duplicate and assassinate. I definitely think I just want to try and kill Rocket as fast as possible. And I have to switch my focus to him. And Untouchable is probably the best draw we could have gotten out of that. Okay, now go ahead and start off with Dagger Throw. I don't think we'll need the basic defend. Can do an Echoing Slash. May as well go ahead and pop the Radiant Tincture and do a Blur and a Survivor. Well, the Blur is not going to carry over anything, but that's probably fine. Radiance is actually pretty nice here. Or sorry, the Piercing Wail. And this Neutralize makes sure that even if we're not able to kill Rocket, he's at least weakened. Now, I would much prefer to kill Rocket. Let's see if that will be possible. An Echoing Slash will do 15 damage. So a strike, it would take a strike and a strike. That's fine. It's not the best turn ever, but it's not awful. We managed to kill Rocket before he got his big attack off. Definitely want some weaken on him. I think I want to Dagger Throw. I think I want to Dagger Throw some more. Okay. Not exactly what I was hoping to see, but things are looking pretty good so far. Like, we can do another Dagger Throw for an Untouchable, and then we get a Shockwave. We're only taking 4 damage, and now we have some Vulnerable up on him. One Backflip gets us enough block. And then we can do a Dagger Throw. And then I guess Echoing Slash is just the most damage there. I'm feeling alright. There's obviously 18 damage coming in, but we're able to go ahead and discard the Untouchable. And Acrobatics gives us another Untouchable, so we have enough block. And then I think maybe now I want to calculate a gamble. Except I want to hold on to it for a turn that we're in threat of dying. Some Vulnerable would be nice to have here. I definitely don't like being frail and weakened. Maybe I'll go... I can backflip into my Echoing Slash. I don't know, that didn't feel right, but 15 damage coming in. At worst, we're still not dead. And maybe Acrobatics, Untouchable, for a Dagger Throw into another Untouchable, for another Dagger Throw. Now we're only taking 1 damage. Can we do 28 damage? We're not weakened anymore. Let's just start with a Dagger Throw. And another Dagger Throw does it. Okay. Kaiser Crab is no more. Shadow Step is interesting. Shadow Meld is also interesting. The problem is right now, our damage is so front loaded. I might want Serpent Form just because we don't really have that much damage. I also just realized that this elite was guaranteed to be Decimillipede, and we probably should have just fought Decimillipede even with like 2 HP or however much we had. We had 12 HP. I think we could have killed them on the first turn. That was a misplay. I don't think I want any of these. They're all interesting. But I don't know when we're going to be able to play Serpent Form. And I don't want to add a card just for the 15 gold from Lucky Fish. A huntress, I will sharpen your claw. A whistle? Oh. Okay. Well, our damage issue has been solved. We're going to go ahead and maul. Any bad cards we don't care about? I mean, our 3 defends, I guess. I wonder if this will make a maul with retain. The calculated gamble hasn't been doing what I want it to do. And then I'll take a defend. That gives us 2 upgraded mauls. And yeah, it will have retain. That'll do. And it gives us the Lucky Fish gold too. We could even hit up the shop if we want to. But I need to kill 2 elites. This path is not going to do. This is 2 elites. This is also 2 elites. Don't think about it too hard. We have our mauls now. Now we have front-loaded damage and sustainable damage. We're against the queen. I think we're in a great spot. Probably want a defend. And then I think we can just... I forgot Maul deals damage twice. It's even better than I could have imagined. Well, I'm not allowed to reject, so I guess I'll be today's decider. Shame or regret? This path has no guaranteed shop. Upgrade 2 cards. We can upgrade 2 mauls, which I think is a pretty good deal. Yeah, I feel like I did the right thing. Maybe I should have read the event and made like a decision based off how I personally feel, but that's not really how you play this game, I think. Yeah, go ahead and get the shame out of my hand. And we're not quite going to kill him, but I would be pretty offended if we didn't have lethal that next turn. Now we probably want to add some blocks. We do have 3 defends. I mean, actually, maybe we're fine. I don't like to see the owl. I probably need to hold on to the piercing whale for his big multi-attack that he does. On the other hand, I don't want to take a bunch of damage. And maybe we can push... Well, now I'm going to take a bunch of damage. Definitely want to survivor the shame. We're at 19 block right now. I could gamble on drawing into an untouchable, but I think I'd rather just play the defend so we aren't taking damage. I could have also used the Thorns potion, but yeah. This mole will retain. We have 2 turns left of vulnerable. I think a dagger throw. I mean, I guess we'll go ahead and play acrobatics. That ended up being the incorrect play, but that's all right. Now this absolutely sucks. Just not what you like to see. Going to take 22 damage, no way around it. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of my neutralize. Maybe that was a horrible decision. Okay, our front-loaded damage strategy was working really well. And now it doesn't feel like it is. On the bright side, we are alive. A sucker punch is some weaken, but it costs energy. I am a bit scared of this elite. This might be the best one to run into. No, we're not dead. We're not dead. Okay, okay. Think. How do we not die? I think we are more or less guaranteed to die. The Silent died to a soul nexus on a forgotten battlefield. It was going so well. Okay, so here's what I learned. I think Maul was the wrong decision, and we probably should have taken the whistle, would be my guess. Because our Mauls ended up not doing that much. And we also transformed our neutralize into Maul. And our calculated gamble. So I think we were doing exceptionally well until we got to Act 3. And well, it seemed very interesting. It was a very interesting concept going on. It was also a big misplay to not path towards a shop. I think I focused too much on trying to get the Sword of Stone offline or online. Well, I'll go ahead and get possessed by the ghost of YouTube. Say, if you like the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any comments about me squandering this run, well, here's the seed here. I'd like to see what you can do with it. And maybe you can tell me what was the better play here in Act 3. I genuinely don't know. Maybe Maul was the right play, but I've never taken the whistle, so I don't really have a good gauge on how good it actually is. And if you like the content and want to see more in the future, go ahead and subscribe. And until next time, you all have a beautiful day.